This guy, I'm telling you, he don't listen to nothing.
You hear me? Yeah, you can back up a little bit for pins back up.
Yeah, just let me know when you're on the back there.
When I'm back here.
Oh my. Durky dur, you didn't see the mud, you didn't see my tires go down, and my front tires go down in that shit.
Keep coming a little bit.
Knock out that hole.
Yeah, that was a little worse than what I thought it would be.
Fucking peanuts.
After the one tire was that I wasn't getting out.
I knew that hole was there last time we was up in here.
I can't believe we didn't see you. You were sitting right before it.
Every time it rains, it washes all that fucking soft mud right down in there. I'm sorry, I can't help it. That guy is a fucking idiot. Just perfect example. I know I can't fucking swim, so my ass stays out of the fucking pool. I stay out of boats, I stay out of ponds, I stay out of lakes. I don't like kayaking or canoeing because I can't fucking swim. He's loading him with that fucking mud. It's gonna be stuck on the fucking bed of that son of a bitch. Yep. Another day at the office, everybody. Another day at the fucking office. Everything is retarded. When I pulled in here at first, I remembered that hole. I remember watching it fill full of mud when it rained here last time we was on this scene. And I put my front tires down in just to see how deep it was. It was pretty fucking deep. My front end went way down. And I was like, yeah, might want to stay out of here. So I backed up.
Thought it was a lot deeper than I thought it would be. Then look at sex tape.
Durky. Plus, I think we got a fruity guy here working for us too now. He's kind of fruity. Which I don't have nothing against that. If he's fruity, that's fine. Whatever. Just don't hit on me while I'm here. So, but anyway, there's your entertainment for the fucking day right there. Your fucking entertainment. Oh boy. The struggle continues. Figure there's going to be a big slam. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Garland Top Forms Garage Channel. Doing a little bit of wheel fitting testing today, and I'm having some success. I only got 2 lugs on it. There's a spacer in there too. Spacer. I tried it without the spacer. The fucking wheel won't even spin. It'll go in there, but it won't even fucking move. So you would have a hell of a mess without that 1/4-inch spacer. Grinder out. So I guess we'll see. I'll show you how much I ground off. It wasn't very much. I mean, it was just a wee little bit. But, you know, if I ever have to put a caliper on that side, I'll have to grind off them spots. But it spins pretty nice, so. Real nice. Hopefully a tire on there doesn't make a difference. I think this rim is even bent a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll show you here what I got. What I had to remove. Here, I had 2 spiders living in there. I had to fight them fuckers. Get them the fuck out of there. I think one did escape. There was 3 of them living in it. One had a big fat ass on. The other ones were like slim-bodied. Like they were having an affair or what. But anyway, here's the spacer. You'll have to have 1/4-inch. And I took a little bit off there, trimmed a little off there, I wasn't sure. But it was just this outside right here. So straightforward if you want to know what you got to do. I mean, there's, what it is the casting is rough on there. And I just more or less cleaned it up. I didn't take that much material off of it. But I used one of them flapper wheels, one of them sand flapper, like it's got like sandpaper, it's real rough, little flapper wheels on there. Worked quite well. But yeah, you will definitely have to have the old spacer on there. Which, I mean, it does shorten your studs, but if you have a steel wheel, it's not a problem. But I would recommend getting longer ones if you're going to put aluminum wheels on, because they have a thicker center. Because aluminum is softer than steel, and the only way to make it strong as steel is to thicken it up. So that's what they do. But anyway, that's what you're going to have to do on a Chevy, a 71 Chevy C20. That's what you'll have to do. And the guy I bought this off of, he had them on an 87 Chevy pickup, 3/4 ton. It was a 4-wheel drive. And he had that on there. He had all these wheels on there. And he said that he never had any issues. They weren't rubbing or nothing. But then, you know, he had somebody put them on. But, I mean, maybe they didn't rub on that one. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe you don't have a big as rotor on it. I don't know. Maybe his was a light duty 3/4 ton. I don't know if they made such a thing back then. I don't know it. I don't know for sure. But you have to modify this shit. You got to. You got to modify this shit to make it fit. And it's very surprising that I don't have to take that much material. Now I got to jack up the other side and do the other side now. So I'll have it ready to go. So when I'm going to clean these wheels up and paint them. I have to go buy some paint. I have to go buy 2 other tires. I'm going to decide what size I'm going to get. I don't think they're going to be quite as big as what I have on the back. I'm just going to get a 60 series and put on it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 245 60s would probably work. I think that would work nice. 245 60. Yeah, that would work pretty good on there. 15 by 10 inch wheel. I've had 245 60s on 10 inch by 15s before on the Chevelle back in the day, and they worked excellently. So they look good, but they fucking rub the goddamn wheel well in the back because the car sat low. If I put people in the back of it, because it had little springs on the back, little Malibu springs back then. Oh my. Anyway. It had little springs on. I had 2 people in the back of it one time, and the white letters, it was just chipping away at them bastards. And I was like, fuck. But, you know, shit happens. It happens. What do you do? So I ended up pumping the air shocks up on it back then, and that's the only thing that saved my white letters was pumping the air shocks up with those wide wheels on there. That's why I only got 15 by 8s on the Chevelle now, with that small backspace from the front wheel off of a 60s Corvette. So there we go, everybody. Sorry there isn't much going on. I was thinking about doing a car show or going to one, but I couldn't find any. So it's like, what the fuck do you do? There's none to go to. You can't really go to one that isn't there. I would imagine there was probably some place, but I had no fucking clue or idea where there was any. So I thought there was one at the Frostburg Freeze, but unfortunately that was the weekend before. And it was really fucking hot that weekend. And I'm glad I didn't go. Because I tell you, when you get old, you fucking wear out a lot faster than what you did when you was young. Plus I got a nice, lovely heel spur. I got a nice heel spur on my right heel, and I got to find my foot brace and put it on while I sleep to keep my foot straight, because my tendons, what happens is your tendons in the center of your foot, it's like right now, it feels okay right now. I haven't been standing a lot here this morning. I don't have any pain right at this time, but if I go in the house and sit down, prop my feet up, and if I relax my foot, what it does is the tendons in there break. Whenever you get up and stand on your foot, when you have a heel spur, you get up and stand on your fucking foot, it busts, it starts to tear those tendons that go from your heel up to your toes. It starts tearing those tendons. And then whenever you go in to sit down and relax your feet at night to sleep, that blood that is coming out of your tendons, because they're bleeding, all that blood falls down to your heel and forms scar tissue down there. Then your bone is constantly grinding on that scar tissue, and it's, builds a spur and makes it push on nerves and all that bullshit down there. So, and putting a brace on at night keeps your foot flat like you're standing all the time. And what it does, it takes keeps the pressure on those tendons, and then they build up and they get strong and they don't bleed no more. Then after a while, you can stop wearing the brace. I've been through this bullshit before. Back in my 20s, actually. I was through it in my 20s. I had a heel spur. It was pretty bad. I was doing a lot of deadlifting back then. And a lot of calf raises when I was doing heavy leg workouts. And that would tear my tendons up in my bottoms of my feet. The left one didn't really get it. I didn't have any trouble with the left one. It was always the right one. I always had problems with. And I got a cortisone shot that time. And it helped. But boy, did it fucking hurt. They would jam that fucking needle right in your goddamn heel. Boy, it hurts. And that guy, the doctor, he had this cold spray in the other hand. He was spraying it as he was pushing that needle in. But you still felt the motherfucker. Like his spray was like ultra fucking cold. And it would take your mind off the stinging pain, but it didn't. Because I'm a redhead. And that Novocaine shit and all that other bullshit they do to numb you doesn't work on me like it's supposed to. But it's usually kicks in after they're done fucking around. And then I got like a worthless, numb fucking part of my body that's numb for hours then. Kind of has a weird adverse effect on me. Just like going to the dentist, I get a tooth filled or something like that. They pump me full of that fucking Novocaine. My whole side of my face and my lips are numb, but the fucking teeth inside, still feeling it all. You still got all the pain. So that's wonderful. That's fantastic. That's, I love going to the dentist. Jesus. I got my wisdom teeth pulled. The two on the top they pulled. The ones on the bottom they didn't because they were impacted against the molar up in front of them. So they pulled the two molars in front of them. No Novocaine. Well, he shot me up with something to numb me. But you're supposed to knock you out for that. That's surgery. That's fucking surgery. You're supposed to knock you out, give you nitrous for that, knock your ass out, and then somebody's supposed to drive you home. I went down there. That guy, he was like, what do you want me to do? He said, if we pull your bottom wisdom teeth, because the nerve grew around the roots. And he says, if you take the fucking tooth out, they're so close to them nerves. He says, I tear those nerves. He said, they ain't going to grow back together. He said, you're going to have like Sylvester Stallone face. Like you have a stroke or something. Your face is going to be all fucked up on one side. Possibly. He goes, it's a pretty good chance. He said there was like 60% chance the side of my face be numb. I'll be like, so I was like, fuck it. I said, pull the molars up front of them. So I'll just have to try to take care of the wisdom teeth that are left back there. So he did that. Didn't give me no nitrous, no nothing. He put this spoon down in there underneath my fucking tooth, and he drug them sons of bitches up out of there. He busted one of them in half. Got half of the one out. And he's like, oh, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. I don't think I can get this out today. I was like, no, motherfucker. You get that son of a bitch out of there. You get both of them. You finish the fucking job, because I ain't coming back here. And then he did get him out. And it's like, why didn't you knock me out for this? And he made jokes about my weight and all that stuff. And he was telling me, he says, you're going to have to buy a syringe that's curved down like that. You put water in it, and because there's going to be two holes. There's going to be a hole here and a hole here. He said, and you're going to have to reach back in your mouth and hose the food out of there. He said, because he said, if not, you'll get an infection, and you'll be right back down here. You'll have to, do a fucking root canal on your ass or some shit. So I was like, okay. So I got one of these, and I kept it hosed out. And it's like, you can't drink from a straw for a certain period of time till that heals up. Because if you do, it'll give you what they call dry socket, and I heard it hurts like a motherfucker. So, yeah, it was fantastic. Dentistry is just great. Makes you sit in there and think, oh man, get all my fucking teeth pulled. But trouble is, when they rip all your teeth out, then your gums deteriorate. The bone in your gums deteriorates, and it gets small, and that's how you see those old people with their cheeks all sunk in, and they can take their bottom lip and wrap it up around their fucking forehead and shit. I mean, that happens to people. I mean, I don't know if it happens to everybody, but I hear some people it does. It makes the bone in there deteriorate. A lot of people get those things, they put those implants in there, them threaded sleeves they'll put up in there, and they'll screw these teeth in, the dental procedure. They'll screw all these teeth in, and then you don't want to fuck with them then no more. If you bust one, they'll unscrew the son of a bitch, put another one in. That's how it works. So I wouldn't want to get those and then get in a fight. Some son of a bitch punch you in the fucking mouth and bust one of them, because that would suck. Or if you were just doing something like prying on something with a bar and you hit yourself in the mouth. I've done that before, but I never broke a tooth. I've hit my front teeth before. They just moved, and I just pulled back out, and it's fine. I never knocked any of my teeth out on purpose, but I have been hit in the mouth a couple times with tools and fists and other shit, But anyway, enough about that. How do we get into dentistry? But anyhow, I gotta get on this other fucking side and grind this caliper down a little bit. Get this wheel to fit right. Who knows? I might not even have to do nothing the other side. Keep your fingers crossed. But I might as well, because I'm going to have to do it anyway. So everybody, if you had a question about that, wondering about these old trucks and putting 15-inch wheels on 3/4 ton pickups on the front, I just showed you what you have to do in order to get them to fit. It's the outside of that caliper. You got to grind it down. Just take a little material off. There's a little bit of cast left on there from whenever they put them in the molds. They pour the iron or the cast iron in the molds, and then they just don't clean them up. They just get them out, put the whatever it is they put in them, and they send them down the line. Give them a little paint job, but you still have like cast, it's like unfinished. It's raw when it comes out there, and they don't grind it down. Now, like a place like Willwood or something, they do. They would clean their stuff up and pay and make it look all fancy and nice for you, and then you pay a shitload of money for fucking disc brakes, which, I don't see the point in doing. I would rather have the raw, shitty look. And if you're going to fucking stretch your fucking neck that far to look to see my calipers, then be my guest. I really don't care. So anyway, that's all I have for you. I'm trying to sell Grandma the old 83 LTD Crown Victoria. I have it on Marketplace. I'm asking $3,500 for it, but the price is negotiable. I mean, I would like to have a decent amount of money out of it. It's a good car. It's reliable. It doesn't have a lot of rust on it. It's been rust-proofed and undercoated from the dealership that it came from eons ago. It does have a little bit of rust underneath of it, but it's nothing terrible. The thing's really reliable, and it has 105,000, almost 106,000 miles on it, which these days is low fucking mileage, considering a lot of cars have well over 200,000 on them, and they're trying to sell these cars to people in dealerships still on our used lots. So they're taking used cars that are in good shape, regardless of the mileage, and selling them to people. And but the way I see it, it's bullshit. It's they're running one up your fucking ass on it. So anyway, everybody, and I got another lovely sty on my fucking eyelid. Oh boy, it hurts. It's bad this time. Real bad. It's the worst one I've ever had. I haven't had to pry it open in the morning or nothing, but I did put a hot wash rag on, trying to maybe get it through the process a little faster. So, but anyhow, everybody, enjoy the rest of your shitty fucking Sunday, because, you know, a lot of us have to go the fuck back to work tomorrow and deal through that dragging ordeal till the next weekend. So, weekend went really fast. It was ridiculously fast this time. So, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a car show or something like that. Or, I don't know, maybe a burnout. Perhaps. All right, everybody. Have a good one. See you on the next one.